somebody from one of the big four. Ended up becoming kind of a mentor to me. He's now a member of our club.
Man, when I first saw my first Hell's Angel standing there, I was like, that's what I want to be, man.
If you're running a three-piece, just like you know, it is truly an outlaw standard. Doesn't make you a one percenter, but it makes you an outlaw.
This is what I believe in, you know, and it was awesome to see that my brothers believed in me.
It's the wolf leading the sheep, man. You know, the sheep need to open their eyes because they about to walk off the cliff where the whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom.
If you were getting your lunch money taken before you put them rags on, if they catch you by yourself, they're going to take your lunch money again.
I try to be around the guys and hang out with them as much as possible and get to know them, because that's really what it's about.
The Hells Angels are being arraigned.
One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out, who faced criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge, so this certainly appears to be a widespread investigation.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about them removing a Hells Angel memorial at a cemetery. It's a pretty wild story. But before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this show. We got a lot of great things in the works. The following is going up like crazy, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you all for supporting. We got some major projects going on, and you guys are all a part of it. Couldn't have done it without you guys. So I got some big announcements coming up very soon. In about 1 month, something major is going to be happening, and you guys will all be a part of that too. So thank you guys for all your support. And STMC, how you doing? Shout out to you, man. Good afternoon. Mountain Woman, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Ken, what's good? Paula, how you doing? You guys are all great. I got the best subscribers in the game. We got a good show for you guys today. This is a wild one. But first, if you guys didn't know, the death toll on that plane crash is going up. 7 are dead now. In Louisville, UPS plane crash. Insane fireball. At least 7 people are dead. 11 injured in the incident near the airport. So I think it overshot the runway. It was supposed to take off, and I don't know, maybe it had too much cargo or something, because it was a cargo plane, a U.S. UPS cargo plane bound for Honolulu. It crashed shortly after takeoff, and this happened around 5:15 p.m. on Tuesday. It got captured from a bunch of different Ring cameras and cameras on people's cars and different things like that. So emergency crews responded to reports of an explosion and a fire near Valley Road and Grand Lane, where police confirmed at least 4 were dead and several others injured. Debris in an active scene at the time. UPS confirmed the incident, and federal investigators from the FAA and NTSB are leading an investigation into what caused the crash. This is out of Louisville, Kentucky. At least 7 people are dead and 11 injured in a UPS cargo plane crash that happened on Tuesday afternoon, shortly after takeoff in Louisville Muhammad Ali Airport. The incident prompted a large emergency response and shelter-in-place order across parts of the city. So here's what they're saying. UPS is the largest packing handling facility in Louisville. The hub employs thousands of workers and has 300 daily flights and sorts more than 400,000 packages an hour. UPS has been notified of the incident accident involving one of their aircraft in Louisville. The company said on social media shortly after the incident, UPS has been notified of the incident/accident involving one of our aircraft in Louisville, Kentucky. Updates will be posted, and then they leave a website as they become available. And then the governor responded to this, and they said that they're praying for all the victims of the UPS plane crash during takeoff at 5:15 in Louisville. Mayor tweeted. So emergency crews are responding to reports of a plane crash near Louisville Airport, receiving multiple calls of an explosion. And it was an insane fireball. People were, this one driver, holy skunk, what's going on? One driver was in his truck and he's like, holy shit, like went right by him. Like if he was like, I don't know, 100 feet forward, he would have been smoked. So we're going to take a look at a clip of this. Let me wait for the article to play.
We are going to now bring you some other big news that we are following, including breaking news right now that we are learning from Louisville, Kentucky. This is from the police department, and this is the update from LMPD and other multiple agencies talking about reports of a plane crash near Fern Valley and Grade Lane. Grade Lane will be closed indefinitely between Stooges and Critton. Injuries have been reported. I want to bring you this live look right now from Louisville. This is breaking news images that we are bringing to you on Live Now from Fox, and you are seeing
crazy.
a big plume of smoke right now.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Continuing to go
Jaman.
into the skies here. Again, reports of this plane crash continuing to be talked about in Louisville, and we are learning that there is injuries reported. Obviously, very critical situation right now that is happening in Kentucky, and we are going to be awaiting more updates, but very tragic scene that is being played out.
Ghost Eagle,
right
what's
now
up, man?
in Louisville of this report of a plane crash, and you could just see the huge plumes of black smoke that continue to really rise up here in the sky. And of course, we have been no doubt been bringing you countless updates throughout the country when it comes to these rolling issues that have been going on with.
He's like, I can't. It's driving me nuts when people do that. Like, get it together, bro. People don't want to hear, like, it's annoying. But anyway, Ghost Eagle Guardian, what's going on? Jaman, how are you? Ken's in the building. We got Richard, what's good? Good morning. Thank you guys all for joining me. So that's a wild situation with the crash in the airport. It's insane. But there's some other cases and stories we're going to talk about today. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you making it. So we're going to talk about today. It's a wild situation, right? These guys get harassed during their life, and now they're being harassed in the afterlife. So a cemetery is taking out part of a Hell's Angel headstone. We all know that they have some pretty cool looking headstones, right? But why would they do this? Like, why would they take out a Hell's Angel memorial headstone? This is crazy. We all know that there's in California, they have a burial plot with a bunch of members. We're going to talk about a couple of them members today, but we'll talk about that after. So this This is in Canada, but let me show you a couple more. This is in Rochester. This is cool as hell. Look how cool that looks. But they have a plot. It's outside of Oakland. People think it's in Oakland. It's just outside of Oakland. And strictly for members are buried there. And one thing is pretty crazy is that Sonny Barger does not have a Hell's Angel logo on his grave. Did you know that? A lot of people don't know that. And I don't think he'll be getting a Hell's Angel logo on his grave. But why are they going to take this memorial out? So let's get into it. The Hells Angels tombstone to be removed from Montreal-area Cemetery. A parish in Montreal South Shore said it will be taking down a monument paying tribute to the Hells Angels in the cemetery following outrage from its residents and church officials. That's crazy. I just think that's crazy that they would do this. I mean, these guys get harassed in life, right? Every day of their life, and now they can't even rest in peace without them being harassed. The large black tombstone engraved with winged skull, and the words Hells Angels MC South sitting in full view of St. Basil Le Grand Parish. The inscription refers to I can't even pronounce that. The chapter, I think it says Montreal, chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, first reported by La Presse. The story quickly drew strong response. In a news release issued Tuesday, the diocese said the monument shows failure to diocesan regulations governing the rights and obligations of the plot and the engraving, undermining specific characters of the Catholic cemetery and the cemetery's regulations. Although no names currently appear on the stone, it is noted that the rules allow the church authority to remove any object that does not comply with Roman Catholic rites from its cemetery. The Hells Angels' presence in St. Basil Le Grand dates back decades after a chapter of the gang set up a bunker in town. It was seized and torn down in 2006 in the wake of a bloody biker war over the control of the drug trade in Quebec. Quebec's public security minister said that he thought of the families of the innocent victims who were caught in the crossfire. Imagine, for instance, you get an image in a cemetery, and this is quite the confrontation. So I'm not happy to see that, he said. I am happy to see the reaction of the citizens and of family members. The Diocese of Longueuil made a reaction stating that they were shocked. Officials said it will be removed shortly. So my question is anybody buried here? Like, there is stones on the side of it, if you guys see. Let me show you guys another picture. You see the two stones to the left? I mean, they look like this all came together, right? Are there any members buried around this thing? And why would they do that? Why would they take it upon themselves to remove a monument from a cemetery? It's just crazy. What, because they don't like the death head on there? Is that why? Like, you know that some I mean, not that the mafia and the Hells Angels are anywhere near the same, right? But some of the mob members that were killed, like Frankie DeChico and different people, they were denied certain, like a cemetery in their funeral, the way the funeral was carried out and things like that. They were denied that right. I forgot who it was. Vito Genovese, I think it was one of them. And they made crazy contributions to the church and things like that. So for them to do that, it's just insane. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this. I think they put there to reserve those spots. But shit, what if they take the monument? They take the monument away? That's crazy. I'm pretty sure Catholic burial rites were written before MCs existed. So how's that violating? I think that they don't like the way the stone looks with the death head on the front. I think that's the reason why that people are so outraged, because you could see it. Allegedly, they're outraged because there was a biker war going on, right? And people have died on both sides. People were killed in the crossfire and this and that. But like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can't go back in time. People are gone. They're gone, right? Like, my bad. I lost the mic real quick. Hold on. Let me try to get this for you guys. Can you guys see that good?
Gigantic granite tombstone. You can't miss the gigantic granite tombstone in the center of the Saint-Basile-le-Grand cemetery, dedicated to Quebec's most notorious criminal gang, the Hells Angels.
C'est plus l'image puis le symbole.
It's a question of image and symbolism. Next to a church, says this local man. It's hard to understand.
Toutes les gens de notre âge, il y en a plusieurs qui.
A lot of.
It's not a gang, though. It's a motorcycle club. Maybe some people get caught up in criminal activity here and there, right? But it's not a gang. Like, the bottom line is, these guys didn't sign up to be involved in a gang. And they don't sell drugs and the money goes up to the guy at the top. They don't do gun deals like you see on Sons of Anarchy. None of that shit is real. It is not a gang. But they keep saying it's a criminal enterprise. It's a criminal enterprise. George Christie says it's a group that has criminals in it. It's not full of criminals. Everybody in the Hells Angels is not a criminal. Everybody in that club did not go to prison. I mean, what about law enforcement clubs? Just because they're in a motorcycle club, does that make them a criminal enterprise? No, it doesn't. So all this labeling them a gang and a criminal enterprise, it's all bullshit. All of it. They're trying to scare the public so that the public sides with them, calling them a criminal enterprise. The bottom line, they're not a gang. I don't care how much shit they get into, how much trouble they get into. They have little scrimmages here and there at a gas station or in a public place. It doesn't make them a gang. Other people would disagree with me, but that's my thoughts on the situation. They are not a gang. When I was younger, I signed up to be in a gang. Totally different. Totally different. I signed up to be involved with criminal activity, knowing what I was doing. These guys sign up for a motorcycle club. Huge difference.
It's a question of image and symbolism next to a church, says this local man. It's hard to understand.
Toutes les gens de notre
No,
âge, il y en a plusieurs qui...
Sonny Barger does not have a Hell's Angel tombstone. No, he does not. Pretty crazy, right? We'll talk about that in a minute.
A lot of people of my age won't agree with this, according to this local man. There are no names on the monument, though it sits right next to the headstone of the local gang's late co-founder, Gaston Brisebois. The town of Saint-Basile also has a long history involving the Hells Angels, and it was not a peaceful one. The gang used to have a bunker nearby in the 1990s, at a time when gang wars led to roughly 150 murders in barely 6 years. Quebec's Public Security Minister Yann Lafrenière says the tombstone doesn't belong there.
This is to be surprised. This is a lack of comprehension of what the victims are going through.
In Sorel, where the Montreal Hells Angels used to be based, there...
Yeah, but so look at that. People are buried there. You're going to take away their headstone? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Just because they don't like it? They don't like what? The death head on it? That's crazy. And look at this, it's all chipped. I mean, who did that? You know who did that. The police probably did that. But there's somebody buried there. There's somebody buried. The founder of that charter is buried right there to the left. You see them two stones? Those are two different people. They just said the founder is buried right next to it. So why would they take this away? What are they going to take this one away next?
There's a similar tombstone for deceased gang members, most of whom were murdered.
Gang members. For deceased gang members. They're a motorcycle club. They're not a gang. Maybe some people don't like the activity that some of these people get into, but they're not joining a gang. They don't sign up to be in a criminal organization. They sign up to be in a motorcycle club. Just because some people get involved with criminal activity, it doesn't make the whole organization a criminal enterprise. As much as they want it to be, it's just not that.
Used to be based, there's a similar tombstone for deceased gang members, most of whom were murdered. According to La Presse, members of the parish were against allowing the headstone in the cemetery, but they were overruled. The local priest wasn't available for comment, but the Longueuil Diocese says it is outraged. The inscriptions etched on the monument undermines the characteristics of a Catholic cemetery and are against the rules. Yet for years, the Catholic Church welcomed funerals for gangsters, from Hells Angels to mob figures. The rules of the Catholic Church are pretty simple. If you were born and baptized by the Catholic Church and you were never excommunicated, then you have the right to a funeral in a church and a burial in a Catholic cemetery. But for some faithful, glorifying the hells and their devil's head logo on consecrated ground goes way too far. Stéphane Giroux, CTV News in Saint-Basile-le-Grand.
So there, the answer is, the question is answered there. I asked, do they have people buried there from the club? And yes, they do. They have the founder of that charter is buried right next to that. So why would they take the tombstone away? Because they're outraged? Because they think it's a gang? Like, it's just crazy. What if this happened over there in Oakland? What would happen then? I think people would be so outraged if they tried to take these headstones away. I mean, they probably would not ever see the end of that one. But it looked like that other headstone that they showed in the video, it looks like people were chipping away at it. It's crazy. It's just wild that they, I mean, how long has that headstone been there? A long time, right? The church is the biggest criminal. Look what they let happen to little kids. And what, they catch a priest doing something, they just slap him on the wrist and say, go to counseling and bring him back. That's what they do. So, man, I think it's just total bullshit that they would do that. I mean, these people are already gone. Like, let them rest in peace. Now you're gonna mess with them in the afterlife too? You can't let them rest? It's crazy. I just don't. It's mind-blowing. When I seen this story, I was like, wow. They're going pretty low. I mean, how can they tell you exactly what you can have on the headstone? I think this isn't going to end well for them. They think they're just going to go in there and take this headstone away. It's not going to end well for them. So, but anyway, there's a bunch of other stories we're going to talk about today. So, Imo's Pizza was robbed at gunpoint. Suspect, he was caught after crashing his motorcycle. This is in Clayton, Missouri. One man is in custody after robbing Imo's Pizza in Maryland Heights at gunpoint last week, according to Maryland Heights Police Department. Probable cause statement. The robbery occurred on October 29th at the 1900 block of McCarvey Road. Police said Simon Marax entered Imo's Pizza, pointed a gun at the clerk, and demanded money from the register. Marax chambered a round in which the store manager heard while in the back. The manager came up front in the store, and Marax turned the gun on them and demanded money. The manager emptied the register and put the money on the counter. Marax took the cash and placed it in a backpack and fled on a motorcycle. Police said they located Marax traveling south when they began the pursuit. Marax fled on Highway 364 and sped up to 90 miles an hour while weaving in and out of traffic. Police said he continued onto Highway 141, then onto Woods Mill Road, finally turning right on Clayton Road, where he traveled westbound in the eastbound lanes. Vehicles swerved to avoid hitting Marax. Police said eventually Marax collided head-on with an oncoming vehicle, and he was taken into custody. So they handcuffed him as he's all battered and bruised. Police said officers searched him. They found in his backpack was an ID cast from the robbery. They loaded Rock Island 45 model 1911 pistol with 8 rounds of ammunition. Police said Marax admitted to committing the robbery. In St. Louis, county prosecutor's office charged him with 2 counts of first-degree robbery, 2 counts of armed criminal action, 1 count of aggravated fleeing a stop and or detention. Marax remains in jail on a $250,000 bond. He has a bond reduction hearing scheduled for November 7th and a preliminary hearing scheduled for December 2nd. So it ain't looking good for him. Dumb motherfuckers. Chattanooga crash kills 20-year-old motorcyclist William Street. 1 person died following a serious motorcycle crash that prompted a large emergency response and shut down William Street in Chattanooga on Friday night. Chattanooga police confirmed that the crash involved a motorcycle and 2 additional vehicles. When officers arrived on the scene, a fire had completely engulfed the motorcycle and spread to one of the other vehicles, which then was extinguished. Police confirmed that the motorcycle was operated by a 20-year-old man who was pronounced dead at the scene. Chattanooga police have not yet released the name of the man at this time. Drivers of the other two vehicles fully cooperated with the investigation and were transported to local hospitals with non-life-threatening injuries. Chattanooga police said in a statement issued on Saturday that if anyone has any information about the incident or witnessed the accident, they're asked to call Chattanooga police. The Doyle Fire Company assisted the scene while the New York State Police helped with traffic control. William Street was closed in both directions from Vern Lane to Helen Lane at about 8:45 p.m. Friday. So that's crazy. In other news, a Kensington police assault, or a Kingston. This is in up in Canada again. This is in Kingston. I don't know how you say it. What's that, a province or some shit like that? If Biker News Canada's around, he would know, right? So Kingston police released few details today regarding a serious assault involving weapons and a vehicle fire at another location that occurred over the first weekend of November 2025. Local police issued a release on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, advising that they're currently investigating multiple incidents after they called it a busy weekend. The release, while scant details, outlined an assault that occurred just before 5 p.m. on Saturday, November 2nd, 2025, followed by a vehicle fire hours later in different parts of the city. The release itself can be read on Kingston's police website browser. However, it says reach out to a police to fill in some of the blanks as the investigation would allow, following a long list of questions and communications back and forth following our accounts of the two incidents. As per Kingston Police, with details learned from Constable Anthony Calagini. At around 5 p.m. on Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, police received reports about an individual being assaulted by a group of people at an apartment complex on Queens Mary Road. Members of the Kingston Police Department responded to the address, and they located the victim suffering from non-life-threatening injuries, according to the release. As a result of the quick police response, officers were able to locate a number of individuals involved in the incident, Kingston Police said. 4 individuals were arrested, all believed to be affiliated with an outlaw motorcycle club. It is important to note that an outlaw motorcycle club does refer to an organized motorcycle club known as the Outlaws. According to documents from Association of Ontario Chief of Police, an outlaw motorcycle club, commonly referred to the outlaw motorcycle groups or the outlaw motorcycle gangs by law enforcement officials, are organized crime groups composed of motorcycle enthusiasts that participate in criminal activity for financial profit, which is total bullshit. But I mean, that's what these people believe. They really believe this shit. So, so this is what happened. 7 people were arrested in connection with the assault from range 35 to 62, according to police. They explained that all 7 were believed to be a OMG affiliated, but pointed out that an affiliation does not necessarily mean that the person is a member of the motorcycle club. The status of those who are affiliated with the motorcycle club could vary from loose association to fully involved. It says here, Outlaw motorcycle gangs are organized crime groups composed of motorcycle enthusiasts that participate in criminal activity for financial profit. OMGs sometimes refer to themselves as one percenters, referring to public statement made after 1947 Hollister, California riots that the 99% of motorcycle riders are law-abiding citizens and are not responsible for the irrational or criminal actions that occurred that summer. Members of an OMG identify themselves as members of specific motorcycle clubs by wearing symbols or emblems. In Ontario, full-patch members of such motorcycle clubs or one percenters wear three-piece patch vests known as colors. These colors openly assert their outlaw status. OMGs are currently active, including 1% clubs and support clubs. These motorcycle gangs are involved in all aspects of illegal drug trade, from importation to production and distribution. This includes importation and distribution of cocaine and production and distribution of methamphetamine and fentanyl. It is not uncommon for motorcycle gangs to build coalitions with other crime groups when they can be in a position to profit from those relationships. Additionally, OMGs are engaged in intimidation, illegal gambling, prostitution, human trafficking, money laundering. OMGs are known for their propensity for violence, and they continue to have conflicts with other rival clubs and other criminal groups operating in the province as they control criminal markets and territories. The threats of violence will continue to be an increasing concern to the public. OMGs have taken on a lower profile, and it is recognized that the 1% of the gang members and their networks are now comfortable dropping their colors, operating within the boardrooms or appropriate business fronts that allow them to launder money while expanding their influence in mainstream business or civil society. They said they did not disclose what specific OMG police believe have been arrested the individuals are affiliated with at this time. Kingston police said that the arrested individuals are charged with breaking and entering, assault, possession of weapons dangerous to the public peace. They clarified that all 7 individuals are not charged with the same offense. Of the 7, 3 are charged with possession of dangerous weapons for public peace. He said they could not disclose the type of weapons involved in the assault. He asked if the victim of the assault is believed to be affiliated with a motorcycle club. They said, we are not releasing information regarding the victim or their identity at this time. All the individuals involved are residents of Kingston area, according to the constable. Police said all 7 accused individuals are being held in custody pending bail hearings, and that all 7 were remanded into custody at those hearings. The investigation into the assault remains ongoing. With the assistance of the Ontario Provincial Police, or the OPP Biker Enforcement Unit. The second incident happened less than 3 hours later after the police responded to the Queen Mary Road apartment complex. According to police, having received a report of a vehicle fire at a residence in the area of Crescent, Kingston Police Patrol Division officers responded to the location at approximately 7:15 p.m. on Sunday, November 2nd, 2025, the release stated. Officers located a vehicle in a driveway of a residence which appeared to have been intentionally set on fire, Kingston Police said, noting their investigation determined an incendiary device was used to set the vehicle fire. Investigators believe a liquid-based incendiary device was used in the incident and specified that all the damage was limited to the vehicle. The vehicle was empty at the time of the fire, they said. Kingston police said in a release with investigators, they believe that both of these incidents were targeted and currently looking into the possibility of them being related. They asked what prompted the police to believe that the assault at the Queen Mary Road apartments and the vehicle fire are connected. They said that they believe it stems from the quick succession of the two incidents, in which happened within hours of one another. However, it's still under investigation and has not been confirmed that these two incidents are connected, the Kingston Police Media Relations Officer said. Anyone with information, blah, 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 blah. You guys know the rest. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, it's pretty wild that Sonny's tombstone does not have a death hit on it. It's pretty wild. When in doubt, knock him out. What's going on, man? Will, what's good? Jay, how you doing, Jay? The only gangs that are making profit are the feds, 100%. Craig, how you doing? Yeah, they need to hold these priests and shit accountable for the shit they do. It's crazy, the shit they let these guys get away with. They need to be held at a higher level, right? I know people think like these guys are like, they watch Sons of Anarchy and they believe this shit. That's the problem. Make sure you check out Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content over there, you guys. It's definitely stuff I cannot play on YouTube. You know, they're really strict with their guidelines, so I try to follow them to the best of my abilities. Hey, Jay, what's going on? Shout out to Idaho. Enjoy your show. Take care. Appreciate you, man. I want to give another big shout out to Doug. Thank you again for another donation. I mean, I can't thank you enough, Doug. You've donated so damn much. If anyone would like to donate, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. Every dollar goes right back into the show so I can make shorts and different things like that for you guys. So if you donate, it's much appreciated. YouTube takes 30% of the donations. So if you want to donate to Cash App. I get all the money that way, and it goes right back into the show. Or you can donate through Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff, and I appreciate every single one of you. So we're going to talk about when in doubt, knock them out. What's going on? Pain like Bane. What's going on, man? How many new pigs get busted for S crimes and all kinds of bad paperwork? A lot. A lot. Ghost Eagle Guardian, what's going on? Make right on red or left. Damn light. It doesn't detect the bikes. The cops turn every stop into a massive ordeal. Complete fucking harassment all the time. They got nothing better to do, man. They really don't. They want to get money. They want to get money for investigations to try to, you know, if they didn't have money to bring to these investigations, they wouldn't get nowhere. You think if Jay Dobbins went there and he was broke, he would have got anywhere with anything? Look where his investigation got him. Nowhere. Fucking didn't even bring anyone to trial. So they throw around money and they create the crimes. Without them, there is no crime. So It's crazy. They did it to the outlaws up there in Massachusetts. They bring what's that guy's name? Scott Payne. They brung him up there with a bunch of money to create fake crimes, make people think he's a real gangster, and he's the one doing shit. And then you try to entrap people. That's exactly what they do. Hey, Norton, how you doing? Greetings from New Zealand. Shout out to New Zealand. I might have a bikie from New Zealand coming on soon. I'm working on it. I've seen the chaos and damage done from the Catholic priest. They feel like they are above the law. Well, so you want to hear a wild story? So in my town, you guys know I'm from Connecticut, right? Bristol, Connecticut, to be exact. And there was a priest, and I guess he was messing with this kid. The kid ended up growing up. He was probably like 25, maybe 25, 28. Goes back to the church when it's closed, but the priest is still there, right? He goes inside the church and he gets a candlestick and beat the priest to death. Beat him with the candlestick because he was abused. So he ends up getting arrested. My cousin got arrested the same day for like a DUI or some shit. And he's in the jail cell right next to him. And he's still in prison to this day, the guy that killed the priest. And it's just crazy. This shit comes back to you. It was 2009, I believe. Death in the church altar by a candlestick. Listen to this. This is in 2009, so it happened in 1999. My bad. Happened in 1999. Parish recalls priest slain 10 years ago. So this is in Bristol, Connecticut. Hold on. For some reason, it's not letting me. Man charged after priest is found slain in church. Why is it not letting me read this shit? It's not letting me read this shit. Let me see. Police found slain in church. The pastor of St. Matthew's Church was found dead and covered in a robe near the church's altar yesterday while parishioners waited for the morning mass to begin. Police are questioning the suspect in the killing of Reverend Robert Litz, and we're holding the suspect as a burglary charge. Parishioners who attended the morning mass said a person was arrested at the church at around 8 a.m. Regional News said the suspect is a homeless person who was wearing the priest's clothes. Hundreds of parishioners, blurry-eyed and crying, flocked to the church all day and took shelter under neighboring trees as it rained outside. He's always remembered you as an individual who spoke to him, what you spoke to him about, as if you were the only person in his life. Yeah, I'm sure he did, because he was a predator. Litz's body was found covered by his robe near the altar shortly after 7:30 a.m. Mass was scheduled to begin, parishioners said. They said the first day that they didn't think much of the covered heap near the altar because work had began in the church. They said she went to take communion around 7 a.m. and they noticed blood stains and splatter on the floor. You could see stuff on the floor, she said. It looked like blood, dried blood. Someone said, "There's a body there." Another parishioner said that they pulled a pile of robes from Lutz. I didn't make a positive identification, but I was pretty sure it was the father. He said the discovery felt like getting a punch in the stomach. The church said they called the police, and then they saw police taking a man into custody around 8 a.m. Police stopped traffic on the road and asked motorists if they seen anything unusual at the church as they headed to work. Lutz had called police Thursday to report a suspicious person on the church property. Police said the incident was related to the killing. Lutz, 50 years old, a native of Newcastle, Pennsylvania, ordained in May of 1975, came to St. Matthew's, a large modern brick church in quiet residential neighborhood. He also served in St. Francis in Britain, Holy Angel in Meriden. He probably has victims all over the fucking state. And he served in St. Gregory in Bristol. So it just goes to show you that you can't trust all these people. Like, so I'm not really sure what ended up happening with this guy. They tried to make it seem like he was a homeless drifter and all this shit to try to make the priest look good, but the priest was a predator. Let me see some. Oh, he was sentenced to 60 years in prison. He was sentenced in 2002, and he's serving 60 years in prison. But the reason why he said that he did that is because the priest abused him, like, growing up. So I don't know. Is it justified? Don't know. What do you guys think? So I got a video to show you guys of the hill where all these members are buried in California. Cisco's there. Young Will. I believe he's the youngest one. We're going to talk about Young Will. If you guys don't know, Sons of Anarchy is Jax Teller is rolled after this kid. He was 25 years old when he died in an alleged road rage incident. We're going to talk about that in a minute. That's a lot of people right there, right? Look at all these headstones. A lot of legends right there. And so I got a question, right? So you guys, in the past, you have seen when gang members get killed, right? And they're throwing rags in the coffin and beads, and so that's okay? That's okay for them to do that at the church? Come on, man. It's a motorcycle club logo, and they're going to tear down the logo because they don't like it. So this guy, young Will McLean, it says hundreds gathered to honor fallen Hells Angel young Will McLean. Hundreds of motorcycles thundered through the Sonoma County on Sunday, their engines blending into the rolling symphony of grief and brotherhood. What began at the Sonoma County Hells Angels annual ride and barbecue became a tribute to one of their own, 25-year-old William Crompton McLean, known within the club as Young Will or Little Will. 8 days earlier, McLean was shot and killed in what authorities are calling a road rage incident along Highway 101 near Turbulent Boulevard. The tragedy has shaken California's motorcycle community and left two chapters of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, the Oakland and Sonoma charters, united in mourning and anger. McLean, a member of the Oakland chapter, was the passenger in a pickup truck that was escorting a procession of Hells Angels bikes on May 24th. Driving the truck was his brother-in-law, Raymond Ray Folks, the president of the Sonoma charter of the Hells Angels, one of the most recognizable figures in California biker world. Police say a confrontation on the highway escalated, ending in gunfire that struck and killed McLean instantly. He wasn't just my brother-in-law, folks said at an event. His voice breaks as he looked out into the sea of leathers, vests, red and white patches. He was my little brother. Everyone loved Will. He had a smile for everyone. The kid brought light into a dark room. The Sunday gathering, held at a private ranch outside Santa Rosa, drew more than double last year's attendance. Riders came from across the state, Oakland, San Bernardino, Fresno, and even as far north as Oregon, to pay their respects. Families came too, wives, children, parents of members, all finding comfort in community that often shields its private grief behind walls. The event mixed somber reflection with familiar ritual. A long, silent procession of bikes led the way before the barbecue feast. Stories and laughter filled the air. A banner bearing McLean's nickname hung above a main tent. Ride forever, Little Will, it said. I mean, this kid was only 25 years old. That's fucking young to lose your life, especially for some senseless shit, you know? Investigators continued to search for suspects responsible for the shooting. California Highway Patrol has not released details about the potential leads, but several attendees said they hoped that focus would remain on honoring McLean's memory and not speculation. He was young. He was solid, said one Oakland member who gave him his road name Spider. He was the kind of kid you could count on. Losing him is like, it's not like something you ever expected. McLean's death has reignited conversations within the motorcycle community about safety on the roads, especially during large group rides that can draw tensions from other motorists. But on Sunday, under the warm Sonoma sun, the Hells Angels set aside those concerns for a day of remembrance. As dusk fell, the rumble of engines returned, echoing down the back roads. Like a rolling statue, one by one, riders flashed 2 fingers skywards. A final farewell to young Will, gone too soon, but never forgotten amongst the brotherhood that rides on. He will always ride with us, folks said. Quietly, always. So rest in peace to this young man. And they made Jax Teller is formed after this kid. Allegedly. That's what I hear. I guess he had such an impact that Jax Teller is molded after the kid. I guess he used to wear like white uptowns and everything. So I don't know. I will bring you guys more information, more stories when they come out. I appreciate you guys. We got some more information coming out about the shooting at the gas station, about the incident with the 2 members that were arrested for allegedly blocking a woman, the pagans. And we got some more exposure to do. Oh, yeah, we definitely got some more exposure to do with the fake Hells Angel president. This fucking guy, George Courtney, not Bishop. It's Courtney. So he's making big threats online. So we are definitely going to have to expose him. So apparently, this is the head of the Hells Angels, he claims. Do you think the head of the Hells Angels would be doing shit like this? Like this? Probably not. But yeah, we got some videos for you guys, and we got a good one for you guys. Stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me. We got the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood in here. It doesn't say who killed him. It was a road rage incident. Hey, you guys want to come on? I'll drop the link for you guys. I got some questions for you. Matter of fact, I'll drop the link in the chat. If you guys want to jump on, be my guest. No, that's really them, man. We got the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood in the house. Let's see if they hit the link. I put the link in the chat. Let's see if they hit the link and come up here real quick. We could have a little discussion. How many of you guys think that how many of you think that they'll come up here? Holy shit. Wait till you guys see this shit. Judge sentences Myrtle Beach man to 12 years in prison for trafficking fentanyl. Yeah. Let's see if they hit the link. Come on, Twin Outlaw Brotherhood, hit the link. Let's have a little discussion. Nah, they won't, Travis. I doubt it. Look at this guy. This is Twin Outlaw Brotherhood's cousin. Judge sentences Myrtle Beach man to 12 years in prison for trafficking fentanyl. This is in Myrtle Beach. A judge sentenced Myrtle Beach man to 12 years for trafficking fentanyl after he pleaded guilty on Monday. The 15th Circuit Court, Jimmy Richardson announced 36-year-old Jason Garrett pleaded guilty to trafficking fentanyl a week before his trial was scheduled to begin, so he ended up copping out. An officer with the Horn County Police Department arrested Garrett on June of 2023 after a traffic stop for unrelated charge in Myrtle Beach. While being placed in handcuffs, Garrett admitted to officers that he had a sizable amount of fentanyl in his pocket. Authorities seized about 6.7 grams of fentanyl. After a check of Garrett's criminal history, it was found that he previously is convicted 6 years before his 2023 arrest due to trafficking in fentanyl being considered a violent crime and strikes under the state's 3 strikes laws. Garrett must serve 85% of a 12-year sentence before he's eligible for supervised release. That is huge. Did you guys hear that? They consider possession of fentanyl a violent crime. What? They consider possession of fentanyl a violent crime. It won't let you open the link from the cell phone. Come on, man. So you got to put the link into a different browser. Put it in a different browser. Copy the link and then put it into put it into a different browser like Chrome. People want to see you guys, man. They want to see what you guys got to say. Copy the link and put it into Chrome. I'll be right back. I don't see him. They ain't coming. Shout out to Oakland. Shout out to the Hells Angels. Sending prayers for all their fallen brothers. That's for every motorcycle club out there. I got respect for all of them. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this show. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. Oh, shit, what's that? I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a Twin Outlaw Brotherhood. Oh, shit.
You didn't think
Hey,
I
hit
would
the
come on
link.
here, huh? Well, the only thing I got to say there, Staxx, fuck the Hells Angels. That's all I got to say, brother. How do you like that?
Oh, man, you can't be. Why are you guys so disrespectful to the Hells Angels?
Why are they disrespectful? That's the question. Why is the Hells
like really? Why?
so
why would you come
disrespectful
on?
to everybody else? That's the question.
What did they do to you?
What would you think? Who has the rights to own the square up there in Sturgis, bro? No one owns it, right? That's the problem.
No one owns it.
That's right.
But you guys been disrespecting them for a long time.
You tell me anybody has anybody ever done any comedy on biker community, culture, 1%ers, outlaws? Anybody? No. Everybody's scared shitless.
Yeah, but you're not comedy, man. It's not.
Oh,
Listen,
it's comedy. It's the finest.
comedy
of
is
it.
not.
Oh, it's comedy.
What you guys
It's
are
the
doing
finest.
is not comedy. No,
Oh, it's
no.
comedy. It's to the finest.
No.
It's freedom of speech. And it's time for these fucking outlaws to realize they don't own the street. They're never going to own the street. And they obey the law.
What about-
It's time to... Go ahead.
What about the 1% diamond you wear that you didn't earn? Some people died for those patches, and you guys are just putting them on your little jackets and wearing them. How is that okay?
Let's put it this way. You have how many outlaws out there trying to inspire kids, saying, we got your back. We got you. You can call us anytime. And then what happens when they get older and they want to fucking put the diamond on? They get treated like shit. It's two-faced shit. They can't turn around and put the patch on. They got to ask permission. They got to sit down and ask, what, 20, 15 people to even have that patch?
Why? Is
But
that
they
what
got
happened to
permission
you?
when they was in school to wear the patch, but they can't make their own? How hypocritical is that shit? It's been going on for decades, bud. They hide
Yeah, but
underneath.
people died for that patch. People
Yeah.
died for that patch, and it's for a certain group of individuals. It's for a certain type of individual, and you guys are trying to change that narrative, and it's never going to work. You're not going to change the narrative on a 1%er.
Well, you will be able to change it. We will change it there, bud, because if you want your patches to stay, you're going to respect the community and you're going to respect other people that want to start their clubs. That's just facts. You don't own the street. You don't own anything. You only own what you wear and what you're running, right? That's it. You don't run the world, okay? So that's what we need to change. You're not going to, the FBI, the fucking government classifies these 1%ers as fucking gangs, bub. You and I both know it. Everyone knows it, right? So to sit here and say
listen,
that
you're
are
wearing
1%
one. You're wearing
club
1%.
and that
They're
you
gonna
are here for the community, but you're a gang. How can you sit here and say that? But still do illegal activity.
They're going to
Do
classify
fraud.
you as a gang as well, though.
Embezzlement. No, does Google, does the FBI, does the government classify us as a gang? Our diamond stands differently. Our diamond stands for self-defense. It's totally different. We're changing it. And these clubs are going to jump on roll or they're going to lose their cut.
differentiate from.
Oh, they're going to jump on board or they're going to lose their cuts because we're tired of the two-faced, hypocritical shit that they do. And the government and the FBI, we all see the gang activity that they do. And if they're not going to fucking show love and help out the community, then take off their fucking patches. Take off their cuts. We're tired of it. The community, the people are sick of it.
Listen, these clubs have been around for so long. They've been around for so long. You guys think you're going to come in and change things.
Yeah. You know, actually, you're right there, Staxx. These clubs have been around for decades. Decades, brother. So what? And it doesn't matter. A lot of people have turned a blind eye. Everybody looks away at the criminal activities that they do, and they just turn a blind eye. You know what? It's time to stop turning the fucking blind eye and actually look it straight in. The fucking straight there and see what the fuck these communities, the biker community is actually doing, right? Let's just put it this way. What do they really do besides the toy run? You don't hear in the fucking news. You don't hear in anywhere that, they've donated hundreds of $1,000s to kids that need food. You don't hear that. You hear toy runs. What toys are they getting?
You don't hear everything they do.
What toy runs are they getting their toys? Little teddy bears? Bro, you pay to be in your club monthly, right? Why do we pay to be in a fucking club? It's brotherhood. Okay, you're paying $300 to $400 to be in this club, but you can only afford a fucking $20 teddy bear
to make
come
the club
on
look good.
Let's do fucking better, right? You're a gang. You're classified as a gang. You need to show the community fucking respect, do better for the community, and do more.
Yeah, but what have you guys done? You pulled guns out at a Black Lives Matter rally. Like that's not gang activity.
But every time I had to pull my pew-pew, it's self-defense. Okay? And that's what our four founding fathers gave us the right to do, is defend ourselves. And if you're a gang or a mob that is going to come and attack me, I'm going to defend myself. Okay? It's what it is.
We have the right to defend ourselves.
I have the right to walk among anybody and everybody. Okay? Don't come up harassing people and think they're not going to defend themselves. The police can't be there right away, dude. I mean, come on.
It's one thing to start a club, right, and throw on patches, but it's another thing to come out and blatantly disrespect all these clubs. Because, I mean, I've heard you talk about all these clubs, the Mongols, the Pagans, the Outlaws, the Hells Angels. Like, what's your the reason behind that? Like, do you want to go to war with all these people? Do you have a problem with them?
I want to clarify up. We've never spoke anything about the Pagans, but yeah, you're all right. We have mentioned about every other club, but you know, when you come at us, we're gonna come at you, all right? If you would have never came at us, we would have never came at you. That's how it goes. You have only heard about maybe a year of what's going on, or maybe 6 months. You didn't know what was going on TikTok for the last 2 years of harassment, death threats that they have came at us. We was doing our own shit there, bud. Minding our own business until Sons of Silence, the Hells Angels, the Mongols, the Bandinos, they jumping in our life, treating us like shit. All right, we're not going to take that. All right. And then they put us on a whole different level of, you know what? You want to come at us and do shit? We're going to make comedy on you. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the comedy on you. You're going to make fun of us. It's time to make fun of you. Can you handle it? You got tough skin? You 1%er? I doubt it. And when we went to Sturgis, we seen what the truth of the Hells Angels are really about. It's the truth. They're a fucking gang. And they can't fucking hold. They don't have
They
tough
didn't do
skin,
nothing
bro.
to you, though.
They have weak fucking skin, bro. Straight up. Weak as a fucking pipsqueak.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say
You
about
know,
that?
So, when did you first start wearing patches, and what was the reason behind it?
We started wearing our cut 2016, bro.
The reason behind it is like we've been saying. The motorcycle community is hypocritical. They're two-faced. They lie, they steal, they fraud, and they embezzle. And they've been doing it for years. The government has been looking the opposite way.
I mean, that's your
and running
personal
the
opinion,
opposite
maybe.
way. They've been killing people on the street. They think they own the street, and they don't own shit. And it's time for somebody to stand up and point out exactly what these hypocriticals are doing. And if they'd keep their mouth shut and run their own organization and leave all the other organizations alone, then we wouldn't have any problems. But I'm sick and tired of walking among them, and they think they're going to tell other people what to do. It's not brotherhood. They're not brotherhood. They're disgusting. Brotherhood is different. And they've been doing it for decades, man. Sick. It's very sick.
So is
And
this all
I'll
one big
give my
comedy
life
skit?
to
Is
change
all this
something
one?
in the biker community.
Do you think that if something happens to you, right, either one of you, if something like say God forbid, one of you guys gets unalive, do you think that that's really going to have ramifications and they're going to take people's cuts over it?
Yeah. There will be replication. There will be hell to pay for it, Bub. Just not you may think that that we are just us two. You believe that. You can believe what you want to believe. But there's more than just us two.
You got TikTok following. You just got TikTok followers. That doesn't mean nothing.
We got states. We got countries.
Just we got think of this.
You got that old guy in the wheelchair, man.
And I want to let you know that one thing.
You got that old guy in the wheelchair with your cut.
Jimmy? Yeah. He's got his own. He's in PA.
So what?
So what?
Does it mean that
we are allowing him to come out because he wants to come out? There, other people are not coming out because we choose to tell them not to come out. If they want to come out, they're willing to come out, and they know they can. But if they want to, they will. But they're not going to until they want to, and that's facts, brother. But you think that we're alone? You're wrong, bub. You're wrong. We got people.
It's disgusting how our outlaws treat our disabled. They allow these brothers to come in their fucking club and pay $300-400 a month to wear their fucking patch. And then when they do something criminal, they get locked up or they get disabled because they get in an accident on their motorcycle or something, and they throw them out of the club, and they're no longer welcome because they can't do nothing for the club. That is not brotherhood. That's disgusting. That's two-faced, hypocritical fucking shit. Okay? Jimmy and any
but it's a case-by-case basis. I'm sure there's
in our club. You don't have to pay to be in our club. Brotherhood is brotherhood. You get it? Got it? Good.
So how you going to keep the lights on? You can't live with your mom forever. When are you guys going to leave your mom's house?
Don't talk about my mama.
You don't need to bring out our mother. You don't know nothing about our mother, okay? I don't sit here and talk about your mother or your father, and that is disrespectful, honest to God's truth. Okay?
We'll talk about my mother in about 5 years.
When time comes, bro, and I'll be more than happy to talk about my mother, okay? But right now, you don't know what's wrong with my mother. You don't know nothing about my mother, okay? So to talk about my mother is seriously
I didn't say nothing's wrong with your
talk all
mother.
your
I
shit
said,
about
when
me
are you going to move
all day,
out
but
of your
why
mom's
you talking
house?
shit about my mother? Do you support your mother, bro?
How
Do you
is
even
me
love
asking
your
you when
mother?
you're going to
Would
move
you take
out?
care
How
of
is
your
that talking
mother if
shit
she
about your
needed you,
mom?
brother? Because that is true love, okay?
Of course.
If you're not going to
Of
be
course.
there for your parents, I'll feel sorry for you. And that goes for anybody in the fucking feed or anybody that's going to watch this. You know,
That's
you
all you
should
have
be
to
there
say.
for your parents, and you should love your parents and
take care of your parents. Let's go on to the other questions, my bro.
Yeah. So Mooch wanted to set up a MMA event with him and his brother against you two. Are you guys down to do that?
We said we were. And like I told him in the video, I'm
Yeah,
down
but you're
to take
talking
his
about
cut.
Aiden Ross and all this. Nobody's going to.
No, actually, before we said that, I came out and told him that I accepted his fight, that I want his cut. So I whoop his ass, I take his Mongol cut. He whoops my ass, he takes my cut. That's it.
That's what it was said.
Okay.
He didn't want to do that.
He's not in the Mongols anymore.
He
said he had his cut.
He used that cut because he was in it to call me out. So therefore, if he's going to use the cut, that photo with him wearing the cut and to call me out, then he can put the cut down, and we can fight for the cut. Until then,
Yeah, but he don't
I'm
have
not
the
fighting
cut.
for
He's
charity.
not in the Mongols.
Then that's a good question. Okay, if he's not in the Mongols, then why did he use the photo that he was in the Mongols? I think that was only a publicity stunt that he wanted to get views. Right, brother? That's what that was about. He didn't really want to go in the fucking ring to fight for the patch, brother. That's what it is. That's why he does it. That's why it's not in the ring. That's why we haven't been in the ring. And then you had another guy that came on here that I don't even know who he fucking is. And he says that he wants to take us to the ring. And whoever he is, dude, that dude would lose so fucking fast.
Oh, yeah. Ben wants to
would
fight
lose
you.
so
Him
fucking
and
fast.
the other guy.
That guy has no chance. I wouldn't even. He couldn't even fight his way out of a fucking paper wet bag, dude.
It would be pointless.
All right,
It'd
so
be
what you
pointless.
guys is go? Are you gonna take Mooch up on his offer to fight him and his
I already
brother in
have.
the ring between you two?
I already have.
If he's got the Mongols cut, like he said,
I'm
and
down.
he's willing to lay it down on the ground right there,
He doesn't have
and
the
he
cut.
loses his bet, then that cut comes to us. That's the way the ring goes. You heard it loud and clear.
That's how I accepted it, and that's why
He doesn't have the
that's
Mongol
what it is.
cut, so you're not gonna fight him. So you're not gonna fight Mooch and his brother, right?
That's not what
Where's
we
his
said.
brother at? Have you seen his brother on any live, or you seen his brother on any fucking video? I ain't seen his brother. I think he might be AI. I don't know. Like
yeah,
they
I've
all
seen his
call
brother
us.
before. He's
Yeah.
got a twin brother.
I've never. Have you ever
I
seen
ain't
his
never
brother
seen-
call those out?
I ain't seen his brother call
I've
us
only
out.
seen Mooch call us out, bro.
But I'd say Mooch has more on his plate than taking us to the ring. I say he'd better just stay with his podcast and going around trying to make love and peace in the community instead of taking us to the ring, because there's no fucking way he's going to win.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got my money's on Mooch.
You
But
got your money on Mooch. Well, you're going to lose.
what is
your
you
fucking money,
guys'
boy.
goal? Hey, it is what it is. I'll lose my
Yeah.
money then.
For money, you lose your money a
So
lot.
what's you guys' goal with doing all this? What is your goal? You're gonna change the whole biker community? You're gonna make peace in the world? You're gonna disband the biker clubs? Like, what's your goal?
You know, that's a really big question. I'd like more peace and love in the communities, more brotherhood, less violence toward other brothers and other clubs. You're probably right. It ain't going to work. But we'll bring your asses to the light, and we'll bring you to the governments a little more, because like Donald Trump said, we're tired of your gang activity, and you want to be a gang, you're going to get treated like a gang. Okay? So clean up your fucking act, clean up the streets, start loving one another, and do your own shit in your own fucking organization. And that's what they need to understand.
So you think that they're gonna take the Hells Angels 1% patch, but they won't touch yours?
No,
Oh,
'Cause
no,
yours is
they'll take
different.
ours. They'll
why
take
wouldn't
ours.
they take ours? If they're going to take everyone's, they'll take ours, right?
But if I can't wear mine,
Neither can you.
neither can you.
That's how it rolls, brother.
That's how it
See,
goes.
no one has the right to tell us what we can and can't start. No one has that right. No one's a king, bro.
So you
No, hold
So-
on. No one.
all right?
It's a
Let me
king.
ask you this. So you guys are cool with throwing on a military uniform and pretending like you were in the military?
Nah, I wouldn't say you. No,
That's totally different than what we're doing
what
here,
we're
brother.
doing here, dude.
It's
You
the
throw
same
on a
thing.
military
It's no,
outfit and
it's the
say
same
that you was in
thing.
the military. That would really be fucked up. I would highly suggest you throw on a military and support them. You know, I'd say that. I wouldn't never, ever say that I was in the military if I wasn't in the military.
In the motorcycle
It's stolen
club,
valor.
how
You
many-
guys are doing
I got-
stolen
hold on,
valor.
Zach. I got one question for you. How many 1% clubs actually asked for permission? Because
Quite a
there's
few.
multiple.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, and now how many hasn't?
I could count a few myself, but
I
we
can
don't-
count.
We're tired of asking.
So there's.
permission.
I mean,
so
it's
with that
different.
being-
Listen,
So with that
it-
being, there's other
it would be
1%
different.
clubs that did not ask for permission to start their club, but Twin Outlaw Brotherhood has to. Excuse me, bro. We're not your fucking.
But you're
bitches,
two guys
and we're
in you're
not
two guys
your-
in a
you-
garage, right?
Zach, you
You
think
keep saying that.
there's two. There's two. Take us out and find out how many there is. Zach, do your investigation. You're so good. You got a broadcast. You so good. You should be able to know how many there is. Okay, bud. Do your investigation. If these MCs are so good, they should know. Okay.
There's three.
Do better. Do more. Come
3.
on, bro. Do better.
All right, there's 4. Your mom wears the cut. There's 4. Your mom, John, right? And you guys. There's
Do better,
4.
brother. Do better. Do better.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to start a club, right? It's one thing to start a club, but it's another thing to come out here and taunt bikers that have been here for the
I got
Outlaws
one
have been here
question,
since
Tom.
1935.
I got one question for you. I got one question for you again. If you say there's only 3, why would we be coming out and saying what we say if there's only 3 of us?
You say we taunt them. We taunt them. They shouldn't have taunted us. They shouldn't have gave us shit. They shouldn't have come at us sideways if they didn't want to be fucked with. Now look,
Yeah,
if
but
you can't handle the comedy
why do
that
you
I like to
why are
give,
you deserve
then you
respect,
need
but
to
they don't?
then stay the fuck off my plate. But you invited yourself on my plate and you started shit with me and my club. I'm not just gonna walk away. You hear me? I'm gonna stand my ground and I'm gonna do exactly what I'm doing. And I love the comedy and I'm gonna stay on the comedy. And fuck the Hells Angels, fuck the Mongols, fuck the Bandinos, fuck the Vagos, and fuck every MC out there that's gonna talk shit.
If you're talking shit, fuck you. If you don't fucking talk shit, we love you. Okay? That goes for any fucking MC out there. If
Exactly.
you love us and you're gonna fucking treat us with respect, we're gonna fucking treat you with respect. But if you talk shit about us, fuck you. Straight up. That's how it is. And Staxx, if you want to talk shit, fuck you, dude. I came on your broadcast because you know what? You ain't shit, bub. You ain't shit. Get your fucking shit up there, bitch.
But your broadcast
Get followers, bub.
ain't even close to being anything. It's the smallest fucking goddamn fucking broadcast on the totem pole.
Lowest. You got to do some
Listen,
better.
I will wipe my ass with your cuts. I'll wipe my ass with your
You're
cuts.
gonna wipe your own ass with your own shit, dude. Because you ain't got enough balls to do nothing.
Only come on here talk
your
shit.
podcast, homie. Because
all you
that's where
got.
you're best at.
And you like to talk shit about us. That's all you know how to do. Hopefully this helps you out, bitch. And your lovely Hells Angels as well. Okay, pussy? God bless.
Yeah, pussy.
I hope you guys like that. So it looks like I riled up the Twin Outlaws. So stay tuned. Appreciate you guys. Fuck them guys. They think if something happens to them that they're gonna disband all the clubs, and these guys are out of their fucking mind. I don't got time for it. Staxx, you made my day with this. Hey, I threw it out there. They're definitely not gonna fight Mooch. We already got that point across, right? But they have no argument. They really don't. They don't got no respect for other clubs. They don't respect the patches they wear. They said it right on screen that it's comedy. So if you don't give respect to other people or any other clubs, then how do you expect to get it? They're like, oh, we got more than just me, my mom, and this guy. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are a bunch of clowns. I know they're still watching. So you and your brother, I guess they're going to stay in their mom's house forever. Tell Debbie, I don't know how long this little group's going to last, but I hope you guys like this show. If you do, hit the like button. Shout out to Huggy Bear. We got more with Huggy Bear tonight. You made my day, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. There's a lot more on the way. They got their feelings hurt when I put that picture up, huh? That shit hurt their feelings. Look at their Harley. I hope you guys like this show. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Staxx. And if you want to tell your story on Chatting with Staxx, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, Don't be a twin outlaw brotherhood.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.